Okay, so Marie Cobessi, Director of After Sales Service Projects and Transformation for, how do I pronounce this?
Fnac Darty.
Fnac Darty, okay. All right, great. Thank you for being here, Marie.
Thank you, Sarah.
So Marie came to our Paris event last year as an attendee and thankfully agreed to speak. I was saying this morning, we have a drastic shortage of women in the industry at all, but also willing to come and share and speak. So I appreciate it. So tell everyone a little about yourself.
So I'm the After Sales Service Transformation Director at Fnac Darty. Fnac Darty, so it's a French omnichannel retailer. It's a European leader in the distribution of cultural goods, leisure, technical products, home appliances, and also services. And Fnac acquired Darty in 2016. So maybe before we start, just a little background about myself. So I've started my career in consulting, specialized in the retail industry. So for more than 10 years, I was doing that. Then I joined Fnac Darty in 2020. It was to define and launch the everyday, what we call the strategic plan every day. It's a 5 years strategic plan. And 1 year after, I've joined the team leading one of the top priorities of the group strategic plan, that is the after sales service. Mm-hmm. So I'm very proud to be part of this team. My mission is to accelerate drastically the transformation in order to make the strategic plan come true. And I think I'm proud to be part of this team because we have 3 key success factors I would like to share with you today, maybe. So the first one is our teams, everybody is saying, but especially our technicians. We have more than 1,000 in-house technicians. So we are very proud of that, and also of the training program we've launched. So this we'll talk about after. The second thing success factor we have is that we are at the heart of the CSR strategy of the group. So this is good because we are leading the change for our customers to adopt more sustainable behaviors. So this is key. And the third point, is that we switch from not only being a cost center, but also profit center, via the fact that we launched Darty Max. Darty Max is a unique and unlimited subscription-based service. So it allows our customers to have all their appliances covered. We launched it in 2019, and it has been a major shift in the after-sales service transformation. Mm-hmm. So if I resume, we have 3 key success factors and elements that are assets for us. That is our people, our technicians, the CSR strategy that is key for the group. So that put into light the after-sales service that was a bit on the side before, and the fact that we managed to have revenues and generate revenues. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those are the 3 key areas. So I'm curious, being in a team that is responsible for transformation and helping really push to achieve that strategy, how do you prioritize what to focus on?
So we have a very rational way to prioritize, so I can share it with you. We rank our project on 4 dimensions. So basically what we call the 4 C's. The first one is clients. So does this project is helping client satisfaction to grow, or is fulfilling a client's need? The second one is in French, collaborateur, so employee. Does this project helps our employees, our teams, to focus on what's important for them, and also does this improve efficiency at the end? The third C is cost. This project helps us to reduce cost or to generate revenues or value. And the fourth dimension is carbon footprint. Mm-hmm. So does this project help the group reduce the carbon footprint? And it's very interesting because you put you rank your project, your 4 Cs. So you give them a score between 1 and 5, and at the end, it's you have a score out of 20 because you add up the 4 Cs. And if you have a project that is like more than 12 out of 20, that is a very top priority project, and you can have tangible facts to show it to the executive committee or to your team, and to understand why this is a top priority project. So this is the methodology, and then to prioritize also we need to have the budget, and maybe we can talk about the fact that we have to mix this top priority project with the IT planning, of course, and the budget we have for the year. So we have a roadmap review at the end of each year to prepare the next year. And if we want to launch a top priority project and to use the budget, we need to go in front of the group investment committee and to explain why it's so important, and do we have our return on investment sufficient? So for us, it's less than 2 years. So it's quite challenging because we need to find either revenues we generate or costs we manage to cut. So this is quite challenging because sometimes it could be a very top priority project, but the return on investment is not so good. So we need to find to leverage something to manage it.
Okay, good. I find this very interesting. Okay, so the first thing I wanted you to talk a little bit about is the subscription model.
Yeah.
So how did that sort of come to be in terms of the potential it holds for the business, and where are you at with that today? How has it been adopted? What do you see as the potential going forward, et cetera?
Yes, there has been a really big shift in our business model, and we are not at the end of it. We were before a market leader of after-sales service. I think one of the biggest after-sales service in Europe. But and we had this strong brand identity, the Darty Kangoo you see everywhere. But at the end, we were selling traditional 2 years warranty for one appliance for a limited period of time, and we switched to mainly Darty Max subscribers. So we have today more than 800,000 subscribers, so it's huge, and we want to reach 2 million subscribers by the end of 2025. Mm-hmm. So it's not a little subscription service; it's huge. It's a major one in France. So for us, it's a bigger way to change the business model. For clients, it's very good because they don't need to worry anymore. They have everything included. The repair becomes affordable, so it's a big step, and therefore worthwhile, because before repairing was not so interesting in terms of money, because appliances are not so at a price that is not coherent with the repair. So for the group also, it's of course recurring revenues. So this is really interesting because you have recurring revenues, so you can capitalize on that and you can launch project on that. But we didn't do that for the recurring revenues. We did that because we have seen the shifts and the sustainability strategy that we need to go. To launch, so it's better for our clients, it's better for the planet, and it's avoid throwing away products that is no more the strategy for tomorrow. If also we can quote some figures, it's public figures. If you extend 1 year the lifetime of your equipment, could be TV, laptop, smartphone, dryer, washing machine, as you want, refrigerator, you save 660 euros per year, and you avoid 184 CO2 emissions, equivalent of 1,000 kilometers by car. So it's everybody has a fridge, everybody has a laptop. So it's really difficult to be game changer and do sustainability on that. But if you just extend 1 year via repair, via also maintenance, you can change world at the end. Yes. So the biggest challenge after that, it was within our team because people were not ready for this shift, not at all. And there is, it was a groundbreaking, major shift for the team. They were used to deal with claims number, repair files, but not with clients. And the switch, you said, oh, but yes, they come to client home and they do repair in front of clients. Yes, but it was not the client, it was the product they were repairing. Mm-hmm. And now it's a client that has a long-term relationship with the technician. So maybe you will come again for another appliance because he is a subscriber. So it's really a shift for them because it's a long-term relationship with their client they are dealing with and no more just one repair. So this is a big change. Besides, you have to imagine that before 2021, repair were decreasing. It was, I have the graphic, it was like that every year. And around in 2015, we started to close some repair centers and to decrease the number of technicians by not replacing them and so on. So when this shift from a decline to growth arrived, it was after Darty Max and after the COVID, because COVID impact was really huge also. Mm-hmm. We had this growth coming back and nobody was ready for it. We were not dealing with growth, we were dealing with decrease. So it's a major shift in business model, but also a major shift in terms of dealing with decrease and now dealing with growth. Mm-hmm. So both together.
Yeah. Okay, so when you think about, I want to talk about a couple areas in terms of the change for customers, but more so the change for employees. Mm-hmm. So you mentioned it was a big shift people weren't ready for. Mm-hmm. So how have you mentioned earlier the training, right? So how have you tackled the need to get people ready maybe before they really want to be to accommodate that growth?
So there is two maybe ways to answer this question. The first one is that we, as everybody mentioned, try to work on remote assistance because during the first year of your product or appliance lifetime, we know that half or more than half, like even 70% of the breakdown are not caused by a problem in the product, but by a misuse or something like maintenance that is not done. Okay, so you don't need to replace a spare part. So basically, you should not need the technician. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's like your car. We need to change minds of clients too, to explain that yes, you have repair system, but you need also to take care of a product if you want it to last more than 5 years. It's not the same logic that if you want it to last 20 years. You need to shift the way of using it. You need to do maintenance because if you don't do it, you will not help us in increasing the lifetime of your product. So we want our clients to go online first and to see all the materials we've done for them. Mm-hmm. So we have more than 300 videos like tutorials on YouTube. We have a website that is a community, a forum between clients. So you can ask your question and you have the answer right away, or even the answer is already on the website. So you don't need via Google, you found it right mm-hmm. away. So this is very an asset for us. And for clients, it's easier, quicker, and worry-free. So it's clearly a win-win situation. For the forces, it's perfect because client is happy because he has his answer. The technician is happy because he doesn't want to go to a client just to wash his filter. You know, it's not very okay. And then the cost, because you avoid the cost of the technicians to come and mm-hmm. the carbon footprint also. So it's perfect. So this is the first pillar. The second one is that we worked on the training program I've talked to before. It's an in-house program that lasts 1 year, during which we take some people that are not technicians at all, and we made them become technicians and have a job at the end, so a full-time job. So it's the French state also help us on that. So now we are very proud to have highly experienced technicians, but we know that they are going to retire, so we need more and more new ones. So we have now 30% of technicians that are newbies. So we need to help the generation to talk to each other, to ramp up them the more as possible, because we know that we need like 3 years for them to become fully productive and experienced. So this is how we tackle this subject.
Okay. And what about, you mentioned earlier, sort of the intersection with IT and technology. So how that factors into the strategy and the transformation, how you decide, given what budget is possible, et cetera, like what to invest in, how to factor that into the new service delivery model?
So this is more about the forces and the fact that we find a return on investment. So this is really important for us. That's why we launch the first project we launched is the remote assistance. So we will launch with Agnès soon a maintenance project. So it's to give clients a report, service history on when the client bought the product, when there has been a repair, which spare part was changed. When did he do the client the maintenance? What can he do as maintenance? Because sometimes they don't know, and often they don't know. So we need to help them. So this we will launch because it's a top priority as the forces and the ROI. We know it's good for us, even if we invest a bit money. Also on remote repair, we invest a lot because we want people to be, our clients to be able to find immediately the solution. So it could be alone, could be on the phone with a technician, online with other clients. So this is very, very key. And also we work on a bit on artificial intelligence, but it's limited for now. We want to be able to anticipate potential failures, but this is more like a proof of concept for the moment. To say that in this case, if I have this diagnosis, I know that I don't need to go to the home of our client. I need to do that remotely. So, and the second pillar is the employee journey. It's really important. We invest a lot on employee journey because we want them, it's the technicians basically, the field technicians, to focus on repair and avoid focusing on administrative tasks and so on. So we are very proud also of a mobile app we developed in-house that helps the technician every step of the way of his day. Work day, so it reduces its mental load and it helps him to focus on his main goal, the first time repair. We want them to be able to first time repair. The only thing we want from them. We don't want from them other things. So we reduce everything else to have them focus on that. So that, and the last one is the product lifetime extension. It's not an IT budget because it's not only on IT, it's more on data. But we want to share with our suppliers data on repairs to help them better the durability and the reliability of the appliances we are buying. So, for example, we push them to have spare parts availability, to even change the manufacturing process for the new products to be more reliable. And sometimes it's just about difficulties for clients to use the product. It's not about maybe spare parts and so on, but just that. And to facilitate that, it avoids phone calls, it avoids clients to have some questions, and it allows them to be happy about the product. Mm-hmm. So these are the key areas of transformation. And then, of course, we have all the legacy, the IT legacy that is a big issue for us because, as I explained, it was decreasing the volumes of repairs. So we didn't invest at all in IT the past 30 years. So we have like AS400 for those who know. And it's not only a back office, it's also, you will see it on the screen, if you are going to IFS knows, in a repair center, you will see technicians on AS400. It's crazy. So we invest more, of course, on the road technicians, more than in our repair centers. But you know, the technology is really old and not agile at all, and does not support a subscription model. So each time we change Darty Max, we like the service. It's a big developments inside our repair systems, IT systems to follow. So this is the legacy. So we try to work on it to maybe accelerate the transformation more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is a big, it's difficult to also to convince inside the company of these big investments.
Yeah, and a lot of, you know, different but very important factors, right? When you think about how do you support the new revenue model, how do you continue to improve and refine the customer experience? How do you make sure, to your point, the technicians don't need to worry about anything other than, you know, doing what they need to do for the customer? So, you know, going back to the question I asked earlier, the prioritization, it gets really hard when they're all very important, right? And so, you know, you have all of these factors in play. Okay, so I want to ask you a couple of questions about your experience as a woman in service. But before we do that, is there anything else we should talk about in terms of the current areas of transformation underway?
No, I think I've given you the major taglines. For the client parts, what is interesting is that we have, maybe I didn't mention it, but we have a very high net promoter score in the highest in the group, more than 80 out of 100. So it's huge for the in-house repair. So it's the home repairs. So it's really high. So we value that in the group. And so everybody said, oh, it's fine, the client is very happy. Also, it's difficult sometimes to say, yes, but it's not enough. Mm-hmm. But we have a very high net promoter score, and we are very proud of that. But we need to better the customer relationship every day. So, for example, we call back the clients that are detractors, so that didn't answer well to the customer survey. So to understand why they were not happy, what can we can they explain why, and how can we tackle that after? Yeah. But it's difficult because we are in the spotlight in the group. We have a big IT legacy. We have these clients that are very happy, if you see the top line, and so it's difficult to push more projects and to say we need that also. But why you already did that? Because yes, if we want to anticipate the next years, we need to do that. It's really important to do it now. So this, yes, it's complicated.
Yeah. Well, and it's great that you have a good net promoter score, but the customer expectations continue to evolve, right? So if you just look at the present day and say, well, we're doing good, so I think we're fine, right? You're going to quickly lag. And
the client does not rank what he would like. he said, "Oh, it was a nice technician, and the repair is done, so okay, I'm happy." But he doesn't take into account the rest that he would like, or he would have expected on the phone and so.
Yeah. Okay. So I mentioned at the beginning that we have a severe shortage of women at these events, and I think that's representative of the industry. So as a woman in service yourself, can you talk a little bit about, what your view is on that topic, and what do we need to do to, try and equalize things a bit more?
Yes, I think that on this topic, my position is that women should be more represented at every step of the organization in service. It could be technicians to the management, because it's the only way to change people's mind. So if you don't see anyone, any woman you can refer to and say, "Oh yes, I know that we have some women technicians, a few, but we have," say, "it's possible, so you can be a woman and a technician." And then maybe one day say, why not me? We can't change things. So we need to put, even if it's a few, but to maintain this representativity of women, and to put them into the spotlight, to be able to recruit more women. So I think it's the only way, unfortunately. So the first thing, and speaking for myself, I prefer to see it like an asset. When my peers are only men, of course. So when I entered the team, I was like, okay. I hope they will not eat me alive. So no, but I see it like an asset, because you have something to put on the table. As if you are the only engineer or the only English speaker or the only mathematician, I don't know, you have directly something to add. So this was very surprisingly a good news for me, because I said, maybe just my value is to be not the same as them. So it's the same as diversity. If you put diversity, you will have more and more diversity, and then everybody can find his space. This is for me. So it's not a disadvantage. On the contrary, I try to say to other women, it's an advantage, because you can make things change or have a different point of view. So I value that more than seeing all the things, the other things. Yeah.
Is there anything you would say to the mostly men in the room? What do you think, is there any advice you would have on how to attract more women or recruit more women into these industries?
My opinion is that we need to, as leaders, be role model on what is work and personal life balance. Because sometimes if you can show that you are a leader, but you have also a life that could be your family, but that could be also a hobby, something else. Then people say, okay, so you don't need to work all the time. You can have your life. Could it be? So this attracts people that have the same mindset. But when I entered the top leaders of the group, you don't see that. You don't see people having a really good work-life balance. So you are like, but I can't do that, because I don't want to spend my life at work. It's really important for me to have a very interesting work, but at the same time, I don't want to put everything on it. And if I see only people, could be men or women, this is not, I think, not the biggest problem, that are investing all their life in work and they don't have anything else. You say, sorry, I don't want that. So I prefer to stay where I am, and it's not for me. So it could be anything. It's not only top management. It could be a technician, because it's hard. You need to have a long journey, long day. So you need to work hours. So I'm not feeling confident in that. Or it could be in a store, because you need to work on Sundays. on Saturdays and could beat up C-suite levels. You are no, thank you. I don't want. I let you do that, but I don't want never in life. So if we can show this balance, that we are balanced people with other activities that helps, as you said, thinking about work also, and we push that, then I think diversity will come and women will be more confident in doing that. Because then you see sometimes women, but they are not women. Not the women I want to be. So they are like, okay, people that put everything in their career. And so you're like, maybe it's not so a role model. So I don't know if you understand.
No, I think that's good. And I think it's representative of what a lot of people want more of. And also maybe there are some people as role models that are putting everything into work, but there may be others who aren't. They're just not showing any other aspects of themselves. So I think this is where if we can be more human at work, people can, connect more to how they could be a part of that rather than just, that makes sense. All right, Marie. Well, thank you so much. Anything else? Any other thoughts or comments?
No, I think we've done it.
Okay, we've done it. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.